I'm not a fisherman, but I can tell you that people who like to fish, and I'm talking about people who do it often, not just once or twice in their life, have the skills to be the best traders. The first thing that comes to mind is patience, but that's obvious. There are many other aspects of fishing that traders can learn from. My name is LIEN with BK Forex, and last summer I spent time in Grand Lakes, Colorado, an area known for fishing. My kids learned to fish for the first time, and I got to see firsthand how fishing is like trading. First off, we did not catch a lot of fish. Actually, none at all. Why? We generally went fishing midday, and it was hot. Fish generally prefer early morning and evening sun to the bright midday rays. In midday, the surface temperature of the water is also hotter, forcing the fish to move deeper. We also went fishing when it was raining, which is supposed to be great conditions for lake fishing. But my then 7 and 4-year-old didn't have the patience for being out in the rain. And third, it was the first time we'd been to Grand Lakes, and we had no idea where to fish. When it comes to fishing, it is 10% equipment and 90% location. You increase your chance of success by knowing the best spots to fish, so knowledge is very important. A good internet connection is important for trading, but aside from that, you can trade on a desktop with 5 monitors like me, a laptop, or your mobile phone. It really doesn't matter. What matters is your trading strategy. I trade a zip from my computer, from my phone, and my laptop on vacation. And sometimes I do the best when I'm trading on my laptop on vacation. But that probably has more to do with me being relaxed than the strategy or technology itself. This past week, we had some really good zip setups like LIEN. Once at the Asia Open on Friday, and then again at the European Open. We saw the clean white candle with a red border and background, which is our classic zip sell signal. This was right after the Bank of Canada rate decision, where they hiked by 50 basis points, but signaled that this could be their last. Instead of rallying, the Canadian dollar sold off after the market digested the news, and we rode the fresh zip signals lower the next 36 hours later. The time of day also matters a lot for fishing. Seasoned fishers know that the best time to fish is early morning and the evening, because fish are cold-blooded, so they are the most active when the temperatures are cooler. The best time to fish is also when the tide is rising or falling, because that change causes pretty much the prey to move en masse. It is much harder instead to fish during low or high tide when there's very little water movement. Now, timing is also very important when it comes to trading, and knowing that can mean the difference between profits and losses. My zip strategy is a trend-following strategy that works best when the market is the most active, when there's momentum, and that's generally at the market opens in Asia, Europe, and North America. Here's a great example. Right at the Asia Open on Sunday, I saw 3 zip buy signals in Aussie dollar, where we have a white candle on my zip chart with a green background. I went long. It wasn't a big move, but it was good enough to hit my first profit target. Then, of course, there's patience, and more precisely, patience, time, and persistence. If you want to catch the big fish, it requires hours and hours of waiting. Thankfully, we don't have to wait that long for a good trade, but still, 90% of trading is waiting for your setup and 10% pulling the trigger. And quite honestly, patience is probably the most difficult skill to master. You also need to take the time to learn and be persistent when you have losses. Everyone loses. There's no strategy that can win 100% of the time. Don't focus on your loss. Focus on the long term. I lost money, for example, on Wednesday, but came back strongly on Thursday and Friday, trading zip and ended the week positive. Everyone asks me how I come back from losses, how I'm not afraid of losing again, and how I can get control of my emotions. I've traded zip for years. We're talking about over 10,000 trades. I know that one trade, one day, or 1 week is nothing. 1,000 trades is everything. When I lose, I look back at my overall return. And that gives me the confidence to keep trading. It gives me the confidence to trust my strategy. So with that, I wish you all good fishing in the markets. If you like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to my channel, BK Forex. This is my only real verified channel. And if you want to trade with me every day and get access to Zip, there's a very